How can you possibly compete in today's world where you have AI that can do months of work in minutes, you have full service agencies that have larger teams than you, and you have done for you software solutions that are half the price that you're charging? With over 45% of agency tasks being automated by 2025, you have to ask, is it even worth trying to grow an agency anymore? Well, for me, the answer is yes, if you learn from Netflix. See, back in 2000, Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix for $50 million. They actually got laughed out of the room. Now today, as many of us know, Blockbuster is gone and Netflix is worth anywhere from $200 to $400 billion based on when you're watching this. All because they saw something that everyone else seemed to miss. And right now, the same thing is happening in the agency world. The agencies that are succeeding and thriving, they're not the ones with the biggest clients and or the most clients. They're the ones that are making three critical shifts that let them operate at really high profit margins, 40, 50, 60+% profit margins throughout uncertain times, help them outperform agencies that are 5x their size, and then allow them to work less while actually making more income. So in this video, I'm gonna break down these three critical shifts and more importantly, how to implement them in your agency before the rest of your competition catches on. The first shift that I want to talk about is what I call the value ladder revolution. Here's what I mean. Most agencies are now like luxury car dealerships, or at least they want to be. They only want to sell the Ferrari, the most expensive thing. Now sure, on those sorts of projects, profit margins are going to be great, but I bet that you're turning away 90 to 95+% of potential buyers who might eventually want a Ferrari, but aren't necessarily ready to buy one yet. You see, traditional agencies typically offer one high ticket or premium retainer that allows them to offer custom services to each and every client. And that's sort of like having a take it or leave it sign on your front door. And the reality is in 2025 and moving forward, most people are gonna leave it. But here's what's fascinating. The agencies that I see, service providers, consultants that I see that are succeeding and gonna thrive in 2025 and beyond, they've flipped this whole model on their head and they're actually offering what I call a strategic offer suite. Think of it like Netflix's brilliant model, right? They don't just put their one premium subscription out into the marketplace. Like, let's look at some of their plans. They have the standard plan, $6.99 a month, which has ads. Then they have a standard plan that's $15.49. And then they have the premium plan, which is $22.99, right? So the basic plan is for kind of those casual users. The standard plan is for the regular users. And then a premium plan is for like the power users. So you're gonna see the agencies that are possibly competing with you, hopefully you will listen to this and apply, that are gonna crush it in 2025 are gonna do something similar, right? They're gonna have three tiers, three ways in which they can work with clients. They're gonna have one level, so we'll call it level one, where they're gonna have digital products, knowledge-based products, courses, templates, things that are affordable, things that are gonna be, anywhere from like $25 to maybe $1,000. And they're completely delivered through automation or very little to low human input or fulfillment, right? Then you have level two, and this is where you're gonna see like the done with you type of offers, training, workshops, leveraged consulting, group coaching, some productized services. And you're gonna see services here that range anywhere from $2,000 up to probably $25,000, but they're standardized, they're scalable. In many cases, they're gonna be one to small group or one to many. And then you have level three, which is gonna be like your premium clients, right? You're not gonna be able to have a ton of them, but each of them are probably worth 30 to 50K at least annually. But these are gonna be the ones that allow you to stay sharp. These might be like your one-on-one consulting clients. These might be some of the clients where you're doing a little bit more done for you work. This is the framework that we call clients, members, and customers. So customers are kind of those knowledge-based products that have little to zero fulfillment. Then you have your members offers, which is that kind of leverage tier, done with you, one to small group, one to many. And then your clients, which is the highest level of access to you and or customization available. Now let me tell you why this model is genius. First, your revenue can actually become more predictable because you're not always relying on one type of client. So you might be full at capacity with your clients, but you can actually sell a bunch of digital products or in a couple hours a week, serve small groups of people through training and consulting. Second, you're actually working less because the customer offers that are digital products, they have little to no fulfillment involved. So you can sell them all day long and it's not really going to impact how much you're working. Then on the leverage side, the members offers, the group consulting, the group training, if you design it like the way our clients do, for a couple hours a week with either you and or a team member, you can actually serve up to 5, 10, 15, 20, sometimes 100 clients actively at the same time in this done with you layer, depending upon what the offer is. So for a very small incremental amount of time, at least at that member offer level, you can make a lot more money in that hour. Your effective hourly rate is going to increase. Now third, the best best part is that you're continually building a pipeline of future premium clients who already love working with you. Now, there's a mistake that's coming that I want to talk about, but you'll see that in my business, we've had people that have bought a $100 workshop to kind of experience what it's like to work with us, and then go on to hire me as a one-on-one consultant or hop into our highest level programs that range from $15,000 to $25,000 a year. Okay, but here's the warning, and this is crucial because most agencies get this completely backwards in one of two ways. The first is that they think that clients need to start at the customer level, that those digital products, the lowest price things that you have, and then work them way up. This is a concept that many people call the ascension ladder. Now, just because you have a value ladder doesn't mean that you need to force every single client and or person that buys from you to ascend through this ladder. I think a lot of people think that once you design this model that they have to buy the $50 thing to get into the $5K thing to get into the $50,000 thing. And it couldn't be more further from the truth. In fact, the goal isn't to create a ladder that everyone needs to climb. It's to have the right offer for the right client at the right time. So that was the first one. Now, the second mistake, and arguably the even bigger mistake, is that most agencies will try to build all of these offers all at once, and they end up with a bunch of half-baked products and services that many of their clients aren't even wanting and or interested in. Instead, what actually works is starting at the top. So many of you probably already have a service, a core service that you're doing, and there's probably an 80-20 of what your clients find most valuable. So I want you to perfect your premium offer first. Get it systematized, make it incredibly profitable. Again, your delivery margins should be well north of 50+% on your cost to deliver if you want to be profitable on the net side of things. And once that's running smoothly, again, your premium offer, your core service, you want to use those insights and the things in your process that you're doing to serve those clients and package it up, because that's your intellectual property, right? Your IP. Your process, your proprietary process is your intellectual property. And once you have IP, it makes it way more doable to transition into offering more of a done with you service, a consulting program, a workshop, or a coaching offer. And those are the types of offers that you're going to be able to leverage and serve a variety of your market at varying price points. Think about it. If you're as old as me, you'll probably remember that Netflix didn't launch with 3 tiers. They mastered their core offering first, then they expanded based on what they were learning about their market. And this is exactly how we recommend our clients do it. We have a client named Casey who was running an ads agency, and he really kind of dialed in his methodology for, one, how do you actually create and launch ads quickly and in an efficient manner for scaling your ad campaigns, and also then how to teach team members to run that same ads process. Now, once he packaged that process up, he was able to launch a cohort-based program where he would take 10, 15, 20 people through at a time, and then he was able to unbundle that with some of his templates and trainings and sell it for even less to varying buyers. So the key here is you need to start with your highest level clients at the top and build down so that you can scale up your profits. All right, the second shift might actually surprise you because it goes against everything that we've been taught about running a successful agency. In 2025, moving forward, the agencies that are going to win will not be hiding behind their company logo. They're going to be putting their expertise, their founder face, front and center in some way, shape, or form. Think about it. Look at how Alex Hormozy is building acquisition.com. Him and Layla are creating massive amounts of content, creating tons of goodwill and value, adding that to the world, and that's attracting a lot of people to their paid workshops and to their potential portfolio clients, right? So instead of having to spend a bunch of money on cold outreach, which is how they actually grew their first company, they've now stepped into the modern era, like many brands, and they're putting their face out there so that people know, like, and trust them, which is actually simplifying the sales cycle and building so much know, like, and trust that selling is actually becoming easy because people are coming to them saying, I want what you have because you've delivered so much value to me already. You have marketers like Ryan Dice, formerly from digitalmarketer.com, who did it in the digitalmarketer.com days, then that went away, and now he's doing it again with scalable.co, right? You see him on YouTube creating videos just like this. You see Alex creating videos just like this. Look at the founder of many of these companies. Adam Robinson grew retention.com to over $100 million in revenue, and now he's growing his new SaaS company, RB2B, by becoming like the most famous person in his niche on LinkedIn. Go look at his profile. He is prolific in creating content. He talks a lot about it. This founder-led marketing, putting his face out there, is the the most leveraged marketing team and sales team that can exist for your organization. Most of these people don't need as large of sales teams anymore because most of the prospects that are coming to you are pre-sold because of the content that you're putting out there by being the founder-led face, putting your personal brand at the front and center, promoting, being an advocate, being a spokesperson for your business is one of the most important things that you're gonna have to focus on if you wanna have a successful agency moving forward 2025 and beyond. Now, all of these people, Alex Hormozy, Adam Robinson, Ryan Dice, myself, a lot of our clients who are starting to put their face out there and become a known name in their market and vertical, they have a lot of things in common. So here's what all of these kind of success stories and anyone who's using channels like this to grow their business have in common. They're not just running an agency anymore. They're actually building authentic authority, that know, like, and trust factor that in many ways over time is making selling kind of unnecessary. And here's the best part. Almost nobody's actually talking about this thing. The strong personal brand actually makes your offer suite work better. When prospects discover you through your content, whether it's a YouTube channel, a podcast, they'll start to self-select into the right offer for them. As you're talking about your business, they're gonna come to know about your different offers. So some immediately are gonna want your premium service because they're gonna be in enough pain, they're gonna see that your premium thing solves the problem that they need help with. But when some prospects discover you through your content, they might select to try one of the more affordable options because they might be newer to your world, they have a problem and this thing seems to solve it and it's low friction and they can hop in for a few $100 and that might be the thing that gives them the demonstration that you actually know what you're talking about and they're gonna be willing to give you more money. And whether they start with some of the lower priced offerings and or the premium offerings, they're gonna start to see you as an expert who can help them get to where they wanna get to. So here's what's actually be working in 2025 when it comes to a founder face leading your marketing effort, especially if you're a solo service provider or a very small micro agency. You wanna pick one platform where your ideal clients typically hang out. I also recommend that because if you're B2B services, they're likely everywhere, right? Depending upon their age range. Yes, a lot of businesses are on LinkedIn, but this is for another video. Not as many people that are on LinkedIn, are your ideal buyers, are actually as active as they are on other platforms like Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, right? So I think that you need to, one, pick a platform where you know your ideal clients are, but also a platform arguably where you like to spend your time because it's gonna be a lot more sustainable if it's a platform that you like to spend time on. I am on YouTube because I love personally consuming content on YouTube myself. So it's easy for me to hang out and learn and be on YouTube because I do it personally right now. Second thing is you have to share specific insights from the work you're doing with clients. Yes, you can educate and share your process and all that great stuff, but you're there, you're in the trenches working with your clients. So you have the ability to go and share what's happening inside with specific members. I mentioned one of my clients, Casey, earlier. There's content that you can create around the things that are happening with your clients. And number three is you have to document your methodology, right? You have a way in which you do work. There's a way in which the sausage is made. And the second you codify that and put that onto a one piece of paper, which is a process that we actually help our clients visually represent their process on one piece of paper, it becomes a sales and marketing tool and you'll stand out from your competition because no one's gonna be doing it exactly the way that you do it. And that's how you start to differentiate. One of our clients, Rob, actually follows this exact approach. He was trying to be on every single platform. He doubled down on LinkedIn and not a day goes by now where he talks about how his ideal prospects are reaching out to him based off of his content, looking to learn more about how he might be able to help them. So his pipeline has dramatically changed as long as he keeps showing up consistently, which is a key part of this whole game, adding value on one platform of choice, which for him is LinkedIn. His clients are now reaching out to him. His content is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. He doesn't have to convince anyone that they need this thing. They're coming and raising their hands saying, hey, I love that piece of content. I'm struggling with this. How might we be able to work together? So if you start this process yourself, within 3-6 months of adding value and engaging with the people that are reaching out to you, being proactive about this content process, you're gonna get better clients who already understand the value that you bring to the world, which this actually leads perfectly into the third shift, which is gonna tie everything together. Now, the third shift is actually what makes everything else possible, and it's happening right now, whether you're ready or you're not. And McKinsey projects that 45% of agency tasks will be automated by 2025. 45% of tasks that you myself, other agencies that you know are going to be automated by 2025. Maybe you're already using it, but here's the twist. This isn't actually a threat. This is a huge, huge opportunity, and probably our biggest opportunity as service providers who have a ton of expertise to share. So let me show you a real example. And this very video that you're watching right now, in the past, me making this video spent me being hours as a content strategist researching outline. I used to have an agency working for me that was like $4,000 a month, helping me come up with ideas and scripts, then the script writer to craft the outline, then another copywriter to take that and turn that into emails and organic social posts, the video editor edit it, and then an assistant to kind of organize it and distribute it. Now, instead, I use AI to help me outline this content, this very video, suggest more examples, and even identify the key points that would most resonate with you. Then it helped me take this script and outline and turn it into a week's worth of social posts, 3 targeted email sequences, multiple short form video scripts, and outline when and where I want to distribute this inside of our content plan. So yes, I have an editor, but it took me probably 1 hour to put together this whole script when historically it would have taken 3 to 4 people and many hours that cost a lot of money that most of us have access to right now for 20 bucks a month, whether you use Claude or ChatGPT. All in about 20% of the time that it used to take with a larger team, we're able to produce all of these things with way fewer people, way less back and forth, way less headache. And to be honest, it's way better. Like our YouTube titles, our emails are getting opened, they're still converting. And if you train the AI correctly, which I'll talk about in a future video, it will sound just like you because it's trained off of your voice and all of the transcripts that you keep feeding it from your existing videos. Now, in the market in general, what's really interesting, especially like in the sales world, we're seeing companies that used to have 15 to 20 person sales teams operating with 3 to 4 people now. Like the amount that AI is helping streamline operations and eliminate the need for certain roles, or at least as many of the roles, is crazy how fast this is happening. So why is this happening? Well, because AI is handling initial lead qualification. They're handling follow-up sequences, handling proposal customization, basic objection handling. Now, whether you like AI or not, I'm not saying AI is like just let robots do everything. You need the human touch, super critical. But when you combine all of this with a strong personal brand, valuable content, many prospects are going to be 70% sold before they ever even talk to a human being on your team. And right now, you might feel that there's kind of like a trust recession, or you might be hesitant to get on sales calls because you've been on calls with agencies or other service providers, and it feels like this high-ticket closer world that we live in. And it's getting a lot better because you can watch this video and you're either going to like me or not like me, and you're going to say this guy can add value or not. Almost every single person that comes into my world that starts paying us in our business is mentioning multiple YouTube videos that they watched, that they resonated with, that led them to talking to us in the first place. And again, they're like, how does it work? I'm ready. I've watched 8 videos. I know what you're about. I'm excited to get started. How do we get started? So here's how I think forward-thinking service providers and agencies are using AI right now. 1, content creation and distribution. So turning a piece of content into 20, creating custom visuals, video scripts, doing research, automating sort of social media engagement. On the client delivery side, there's tons of opportunity here. Here's where things are gonna get interesting. So we're seeing AI analyze thousands of successful offers and client messages and identify exactly what resonates with specific audiences. So we have created a process for our clients on how we evaluate offers. Now I'm able to take their offers following our process, run them through AI, and come up with all new angles and things for ways to improve our client's business. One of our agency clients used to spend weeks perfecting their client's messaging. Now they feed successful examples into AI along with their client's tone of voice and their target audience, demographics and characteristics, and they get optimized messaging in hours, not weeks. It's streamlined how they do their work. Now it's not just trusting and letting AI go and not editing. They're the editors. They're creating and crafting a process in how they work with AI that takes what they were already doing and doing it in way less time. And that's where the big opportunity is for, at least experts and service providers moving forward. Now, even more fascinating, ad agencies that are in our community are using AI to consistently outperform $20,000 a month copywriters, right? They're feeding AI with past winning ad copy, customer testimonials, client voice recordings, social media comments, and it's coming up with advertising that is generating higher click-through rates, higher conversion, and more sales than when they were trying to write copy on their own. Again, I had a media buyer and a copywriter, a YouTube agency, all helping me, and the output that I'm getting from AI, working just with it myself, we're getting results far better than all of those people were able to do together in a fraction of the time. But here's the thing, it's not just about creating content faster, it's about creating content that converts better. So we're seeing AI, again, analyze successful offers, adapt messaging in real time, generate variations. In the sales side, We're not really using it a ton yet, but we do see people that are running AI-powered sales conversations, creating proposals in minutes, and even managing projects. So if you're not paying attention to this, if you want to make more and get more with less effort, you really need to be looking at how you can leverage AI as a benefit versus looking at it as the competition. But here's what's crucial, and most people get completely wrong. They're letting AI do everything. And so this is kind of my personal warning of AI and where I think a lot of people are suffering. They try to automate everything all at once, thinking that AI is going to kind of like solve all of their problems. I don't think mentioning that you use AI in your business is going to be like a competitive advantage. We're like an AI-enabled agency. I don't think that that's going to carry a lot of weight like I think some people do. So here's the truth. AI, it's kind of like power steering in a car. That might have just dated me. It makes driving easier, but you still need a skilled driver who knows where they're going, right? The agencies that are going to crush it in 2025 and beyond, consultants, they're not using AI necessarily to only replace human expertise. They're using it to amplify what's already working in their business, to take their expertise to another level from an efficiency perspective, time savings. Start with one area where you spend the most repetitive amount of time. Use AI for first drafts. Always have human experts or yourself refine it, look at the output. And remember that AI is there to help you scale what's working, not fix what's broken. Now, if these three shifts resonated with you at all, I've got something special for you. We launched a free community over in School for agency owners and service providers who want to lead these changes. They want to be a part of the pack that's monetizing their expertise, doing things differently instead of playing catch up. Inside, you get access to free training, tools, weekly discussions around videos like this, things that we're implementing and seeing inside of our business. You're going to get to connect with other agency owners that are starting to package up their expertise and see how they're doing it. And in our business alone at Alt Agency, we've been fortunate enough to help over 800 owners transform how they do business. They don't look at themselves as just an agency. They understand that their ability to do service is one piece, but they have expertise that can be monetized. So this free community is a place for us to bring people that haven't worked with us, people that are never going to work with us, and our paying clients, members, and customers into one place that are on a similar journey, that are trying to do things differently, blaze a new trail for how service is done in this modern era. The link to join this group is in the description below, and I'd love for you to hop in there, hop into the YouTube chats part of the community, and let's have a conversation around this episode specifically and what's at stake for you. Which of these three shifts most resonates with you? And if you found this video valuable, go ahead, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'd love to make sure that you get all the future episodes that we release each and every week, and we're pumped for you to have an epic year ahead. Hope to see you in the community. And now if you want to understand a little bit more about the Alt Agency model, the clients, members, customers framework that I was talking about, check out this video here.